What's up? This Phats.Bullie here on Hidden Gems. Today we got JaySixMusica. Tell them where you from.
What's going on? Jay6, hip-hop artist from Long Island, New York. Huntington is the town that I was born and raised in, Suffolk County, North Shore. Popping out to Brooklyn today with my guy, do a little interview, and probably going to be off the island pretty soon. Probably going to be somewhere around here is where I'm thinking about moving to. So
that's what's up. That's what's up. So to start it off, me, I'm Phats.Bullie. I'm an entrepreneur. I do a little bit of everything. I manage artists. I make music myself. I do photography. I vlog, so on and so forth. You being new on the scene or whatever, like tell them something about yourself, like, to start with, to look for.
With my music, I mean, I'm just trying to be everywhere that I possibly can, and like not just, you know, be on some expectation type shit, like people are just gonna listen to my music because I post about it and, you know, try to shove it down people's throat. Like I want people to like have like a feeling with the rollout, you know what I mean? And like really like get into like, whether it's a concept or just like a message behind a song, something that people can, or just some type of like excitement and build up that people can get behind. I'm not just gonna be, you know, throwing shit at the wind and or throwing shit to the wind at the wall, seeing what's
it work and all that.
Right, exactly. So I'm trying to be strategic and planned out and all that, and building a brand. So
saying that you're building a brand, what's the brand that you're building for yourself?
For my artist brand, I mean, I stand on a lot of what I rap about. You know, I'm pretty open with my music in terms of the shit that I'll talk about. You know, I have a bunch of club records that, you know, are just for fun and they're meant to be enjoyed like that. But then also some things that's more personal to me, speaking on whether it's shit in my life or shit that I've seen with other people, or whether it's mental health or financial struggles or just the wearing days of just trying to come up and trying to like chase, you know, something.
Dream.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much. Yeah.
All right. So we met when you was at a showcase. You was performing.
Right here.
Right here.
Where we're sitting. Yeah.
You got on the stage. Everybody looked at you like, who the fuck is this?
It's usually how it goes, bro.
But then as soon as the beat hit, everybody's reaction was different. Phones came out. They started rocking with you. That's a reaction you're used to.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these showcases I go to, I'm like, you know, I'm usually the only white kid in there, like for the most part, like, you know what I mean? So like that alone makes people look at me like, what's this kid about to do, like type, because I mean, you know, I come up dressed, talking, acting one way, and then get on stage and it's something like totally different. So, you know, it just makes me feel good. A lot of places that I go, people just like don't really give a fuck about any of that. They just kind of judge me for what I bring to the table.
And you like how you capture their attention?
Yeah, and who I am as an artist, and like, you know, 95% of the time the people I meet, that's what they are gonna judge me on, is like, are you lit, are you not, like, is your music good, does it suck? So like that's, you know, it's cool, man. I love being out at different events, meeting different people, and getting, you know, having new experiences all the time, so it's all part of it.
Yeah, I seen you working. I seen you was around Lady Shot event recently and a few others.
Yeah, shout out Lady Shot.
The few events you've been doing lately, like, is there any artist that you really like excited about work coming into play with?
I want to say a few, but I also don't want to give anything away. Yeah. I mean, a couple people who I've connected with at a couple of past shows who, you know, I'm not even about to say, oh, I'm excited to work with this person, because I don't want to say something like we never do a song. But, you know, a couple MP3s have gone around, you know, trying to feel out what people like. But, you know, obviously the first step when you meet somebody is I gotta listen to their music and see.
Yeah, definitely.
And like see like, all right, like what could we collaborate on that makes sense for both of us, that's dope. But also doesn't look like it's forced, you know what I mean? Like it's supposed to be organic. It's not supposed, you know, I don't want to just be like, oh, get on this song, and like have it not be the right fit. So a couple things in the work, obviously other New York artists I'll be working with in the near future. So I'm excited for that, man. I'm looking to collaborate even more. So
just name, like, if they was here watching this right now, 2 artists you could name that you would hope to work with, and you would feel like this platform and that shout out you're giving to them and you mentioning them is what helped it happen. What would it be? And be realistic. Now, I'm not saying name somebody like as a dream. Somebody realistic. You coming out of New York City, you at showcases,
you know,
the different people you're around. It might be somebody you ain't really get the vibe with. You probably didn't even get to swap Instagrams, but you know if that opportunity presented itself, they would be with it.
Well, one dude who has been going crazy in New York over the past years for stuff other than his music, which is crazy. I'm a big fan of the content he puts out, his Nems, and I listen to his music too, and like, you know, he can really fucking rap, which is crazy because I feel like a lot of people who follow him probably don't even know that, which is wild. He's dope. Me and Lady Shaw might do something together. That's, you know, kind of in the works. I'm not gonna say anything about it before it actually happens.
Brooklyn?
Yeah. Nah, not even, bro.
No,
Actually,
not that. I'm just saying you're making your way to Brooklyn because those possibilities of what you got going on and who you would like to work with, and then it could be studios out here or other artists. It could be the cameraman.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing of like
connections right now is Brooklyn.
I'm trying to be in the mix more. You know what I mean? So like I can be at my apartment and just like go walk to somebody's studio or go take the subway to somebody's crib, and like we can link up, whether it's event, studio session, whatever.
Yeah, you don't gotta go so much out your way.
So it's like I can just like, when I'm not working, I can just be 24/7 in rap mode the entire time, thinking about shit that I'm gonna do, events to go to, songs to make, you know, videos to make with people and stuff like that. So just so I don't have to spend an hour and a half in traffic on the fucking LIE coming up here, you know, every time I want.
Definitely know the drive. I definitely know the drive.
Yeah.
So like with your music, like what song or do you have an EP like right now that you pushing the most? And no matter what you got out, that's what you want everybody to focus on.
So I don't have an official project out right now. That's something that I'm finalizing to actually be put out in early 23. I got 17 songs out right now on all platforms. The one, I'll give you three that if you never heard my music before and you wanted to listen for the first time, the three I would say is the one that's most streamed is Too Much Noise. That's just on some club shit. It's up tempo. Rollin', which is very much slowed down compared to that. Just like the whole beat, it's like this whole experience about rolling off of it late at night. And then I Waited, I would say would probably be the third I would probably direct, because that one's, you know, more personal and kind of gives you like more of
insight on you.
Yeah, it's not just about, you know, some turning up type shit.
Reality or your music do that, because like you said, you got a song called Rollin' being off it at that time, so it might be a slow tempo beat, but now I'm really in the song Rollin' that it might speed up to me.
Right, yeah.
Whatever I'm off right now,
facts, yeah.
got me like on a whole different.
No, it's meant for that, even like
a whole different forte. Yeah. So it's like it's all about how you take it in. You feel me? Look, people listen to drill music, and some people actually understand where they're coming from and what they're talking about, and then some people be like, yo, that is a waste of time, shit ass music. And you got some people with R&B. Right. You feel me? Some people don't really understand it. They're gonna be like, well, you some lovey-dovey ass nigga, why you always listening to that music? But it might not have nothing to do with the love, it's just the way they put the words together.
Right.
They might be able to help you talk to a female or put those words together when need be. That's why you go to that music.
Yeah, well,
you feel me? So
add a couple tricks to the bag.
You gotta have that music that you want people to quote you at the end of the day.
Right.
Whether it's something you're doing or something you say. You want to go get quoted. If you could get quoted, then you know you somebody. Right. You feel me? Because not only are they like continuously saying what you said or doing what you did, but they might be letting it be known that it came from you. You feel me? So that means you made a mark on somebody. Right. And then they trying to help other people understand where you come from so you can make a mark on those others. That's how you build a fan base.
Right. If you could say something that sticks with somebody enough to the point where they're going to either say it back to you or use it in their day-to-day, you're right.
That's how some of the songs, and some songs, people don't listen to none of the lyrics.
I know,
the hook be so catchy, that's all you remember.
Right, yeah, exactly.
And then from there, that's how you get your foot in the door. And now you might have some catchy lyrics with a hook nobody cares about.
Right.
You feel me? So you gotta weigh out your options.
No doubt.
Is it a project, as far as your music, that you're working on and you like, you don't want to leak it, but you want to give them like some pointers on what they should be waiting to see, since you gave 3 songs with 3 different tempos?
Yeah, so this, so it's actually, I'm gonna start like dropping like a series of EPs called 6 tapes. and they're all gonna be 6 songs each. Because I'm trying to like weigh out like, you know, do I want to put out, like I feel like 10 songs at this, you know, the state that we're at right now in hip hop is like, that's like an album. So I'm like trying to give like a small body of work to where people can digest it, but still like go back to it and like keep on going back to it. And there's not going to be, the way I'm kind of planning it right now, it's just going to be like all slappers. It's just going to be up tempo, no real, it's not, because like that's really how I started rapping. I was like really just into like the hype shit and like crazy flows and trying to be bar for bar, like barred up at all times. So like that's kind of what I feel like I should do for my first.
Right?
And I also feel like my core listening audience, like that's what they really like kind of fuck with from me. So I definitely want to like cater to them first, and then like try to like expand like off of that. So
that's one artist, right? To work with them because they like how your energy is, your charisma, how you perform, how you promoting yourself right now. Who would that be?
Damn. One guy.
Even if it's a female, it just got to be one artist.
Yeah, it could be anybody.
Even if you want a cheat code.
I don't, you know,
say a group?
Nah. Oh, it's for a group? No, I mean, honestly, like, probably what I was saying, like, before we started, like, Meek was one of my favorite rappers growing up, if not my favorite rapper growing up. Like, all the Dream Chaser mixtapes is, like, what, in middle school, was, like, what really got me onto him. It's also definitely something that probably drew me to Philly, too, when I ended up going to school there at Temple. Just like being a big fan of his, like we were talking about like the big hype energy, like the club type scene. Like I feel like, I mean shit, we're both East Coast guys, you know, maybe if that opportunity ever came, you know, I feel like it'd definitely be a slapper for sure. I feel like we could get down on something.
Nah, that's a good choice. That's a good pick, I would say, definitely. Meek definitely had the streets on tilt, on fire, he was the wave, whatever you want to say.
Even back to the Flamers mixtape.
Yeah, you know why a lot of people connected with him, believe it or not, because the age difference wasn't too far apart.
Mm-hmm.
So back to what I was saying before, when you don't always gotta physically go through something to feel for the situation.
Right.
You can still feel emotionally for it. You can still feel mentally for it.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? You don't have to go through it physically to know. You feel me? You can know what it's like mentally because you could be going through it with the person that's going through it.
Right.
You could be their shoulder to lean on, their word of advice. You feel me? That peaceful moment when they need it. So a lot of people felt like they could connect to him because we was all that age. It's probably 2-3 year difference.
Right.
So it's like, I know what you're going through. I know what you mean. I'm in my area, but going through them same things.
Yeah.
So
he was really outside, like bringing it to life too. Like I remember those old YouTube videos where he's in the white tee and it's like he's just like standing on the corner and there's 20 dudes behind him and it's just like raw, no beat, and he's just rapping his ass off. So.
And it goes back to the days when, like you said, music was music. Now they make it so easy and everybody want to rap. Everybody feel like they got what it takes to be on top and to be there. And nobody want to even give each other enough recognition.
Mm-hmm.
Mentioning about recognizing each other regardless of when they started, how much did we feel like they put in, right? Everybody going crazy about Glorilla winning his Grammy. You felt like she didn't deserve it?
I mean, I would never say somebody doesn't deserve something like that, like an award that they got. I mean, the song had plenty of traction, plenty of attention. Like, I mean, I also don't look at, like a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people don't look at the Grammys as a representation of at least hip-hop culture. Like maybe other genres, but I mean, that's been a talking point, I feel like, for years, that they never get it right, they never get it right. I mean, shout out to Glorilla, but you know, I'm not gonna ever say somebody doesn't deserve anything. Song's hot, like you know.
If it's not rigged, right? Maybe it really go by the votes. So it's like,
yeah,
if she got the votes.
Is it like a committee? Like how does that shit even work?
Say, however they have it set up, if she won on a fair enough basis where the committee is voted out by people, I feel like us still being the viewers, we should accept it. You feel me? We should accept it as far as confidence too. I look at anybody else accomplishments as confidence. You feel me? That motivate me. Mm-hmm. Not saying, oh yeah, she did it or he did it, so I know I can do it. You should feel like that regardless whether they do it or not.
Right.
You feel me? Anything you put your mind to, you should feel like you should be able to be uplifting with it and get the most out of it. Because that's why you put in your mind to it, your time and your patience. You feel where I'm coming from? So I respect it. Her just coming into the game, her being a female.
Right.
There's a lot of females trying to get there. And regardless if it was against men, however they want to look at it, we make music, shitting on them, shooting toward them all the time. It hit. Everybody listened to. People let their kids listen to that song.
Right. And not paying attention to what's going on. You know what I mean? Like,
they gave a thrill. Like certain things, people paid attention to later. Like the pregnant girl in the video.
Oh yeah.
Like they didn't stress whether or not she was really pregnant.
Yeah.
They didn't care because it was just lit. It was a lit, funny moment.
Right. Yeah.
You feel me? So just give recognition when it's deserved.
Yeah, absolutely.
They felt like she deserved it, so I feel like fuck it, she deserved it.
Must have done something right if you got if you're even in discussion for something
and now
like
that's
that.
just gonna make her better because if she feel like she got one, now she gonna strive for more. You should want that. You feel me? It's like industry ain't nothing without competition.
That's what it's all about.
You know what I mean? So it's like if you ain't got nobody to compete against and with, like, how far you think you're gonna go?
Right.
Where the fans gonna really come from?
You gotta have that inspiration come from other people and like a healthy competition.
Like, in some type of way, you have to be confrontational.
Yeah.
If you look at everybody in the industry, you can look at the female Britney Spears, Demi Lovato, wherever you take it, don't gotta just be hip hop and rapping. It's like industry, confrontation is key.
Yeah.
You just gotta pick where you gonna be confrontational at. You feel me?
Right.
Like at Blueface and this Chrisian girl. We don't even know what's real and what's fake now between them. But the confrontation got everybody watching their every move.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's like, you pick.
Yeah.
Is there anybody you want to shout out before we wrap it up? Then shit. He's like,
I mean, honestly, just shout out to everybody specifically in the New York area who's been rocking with the sound, rocking with everything that I've been putting out. You know, I can see on Spotify, you know, who's listening, you know, what cities is popping, and it's good to see a lot of New York cities. Whether it's like Brooklyn has their own specific demographic, then it's just New York, and then there's different towns on Long Island, and a lot of those are starting to make it in the top 5. And shout out Canada too, because fucking shit's going wild in Canada apparently.
nah, I ain't gonna front. Like,
They love hip hop too.
They love hip hop, and they support. If your song come across their platform, they gonna support it out there.
Yeah, word.
I could definitely say that. Not even just because I done work with artists from over there, but for the simple fact, on my Instagram insights, I check, and Canada is definitely one of the places there. So
Always
like,
up there.
Yeah, probably anybody I ask you, look, oh, you got a professional dashboard too? Yo, check this. Canada is doing something with music.
Always.
It's like they want to know what's trending. You feel, and they're gonna critique you. Obviously, because they listening, so now they're gonna give you their input whether they like your music or not. So yeah, definitely shout out to them.
For sure.
Is it any specific people, supporters besides the cities? Nah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I couldn't name just one person or a couple people, man. Like the people who are really down with me, they know who they are. The people who are helping me, you know, obviously none of this shit can be done by yourself. Like I don't make beats, I don't mix my shit, I don't work with the camera, like I can do like small edits and stuff, but I got a bunch of people helping me out. And SOS Film, Bless, shot all my music videos. David Strauss, the engineer out in LA, who I've been working with for like a year now, has been helping me a lot, just grow as an artist, mentor me. You know, I don't have an official quote unquote team, but I do have a team of people helping me out and helping me push my brand forward and push my sound forward. So, you know, I'm appreciative of that for sure.
Alright, yeah, so definitely big shout out to them. Thank you for pulling up on me, Hidden Gems, New York City.
Yes, sir.
You know, we taking this everywhere. Follow him on Instagram, JaySixMusica. Follow me on Instagram at Phats.Bullie.
Yeah.
And that's a wrap.